Hey everybody, we're back for another review. I'm Matt.
I'm Adam.
And I'm Ethan.
Depending on when this video gets posted, you may have seen them before, but you probably haven't. Phantom of the Paradise.
Exactly.
Where's it at? Yeah, released by Scream Factory in a collector's edition style. Yeah, complete with slipcase. Go put that up over there. Yeah, it's not
with its price tag on it.
Yeah, $19.99 at VStock. If you order from Amazon, or you want to make sure you get a slipcase, you can go to VStock and they're $19.99.
The funny part is,
you know that you're getting a slipcase.
They probably can't see nothing of that because
that's all right, and editing
awesome.
that I'm not gonna do, I'll put it on there. So
the editing, I'm not doing.
That's right, dude. But anyway, yeah, I do collector's edition on Scream Factory. Phantom of the Paradise. That's pretty cool artwork right there.
Always worth its money. Because I've seen this movie.
Exactly. Okay, so we watched this tonight.
My first one.
His first time watching it. My first time watching it. I've owned the Bluray for like 3 years. And
it's my 8th time watching it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. This is his 8th time watching it.
Easy synopsis is, it's Phantom of the Opera, but
oh, wow. That's a good point.
In the 70s/80s, it kind of has that general music flair. You kind of get a feeling of, like, with some of the music, like Meatloaf and stuff like that.
It's kind of a glam rock.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
And it's also kind of plays into Dramatic Legend of Faust.
Yeah.
In simple terms, it doesn't really go too deep into it. It's mostly just like deal with the devil.
Yeah.
And how you get away with it.
Right.
I think it's a severely underrated film and stuff. I can understand why people wouldn't like it.
Right.
Because there are plenty of problems with it. But I still think it's really enjoyable. If anything, just for the soundtrack. I think the soundtrack's like a really good soundtrack. So
pretty much I had no problem with any of the musical numbers in this at all whatsoever.
Definitely, it's a very interesting visual film.
Oh, yes.
It has a lot of really kind of odd visual cues and stuff that they do. There's a lot of fast track to it. Mm-hmm. Sometimes to the detriment of the film. Sometimes it definitely feels like they're just trying to eat away at time. I didn't really think that there was necessarily a bad actor or anything. I thought it was pretty competently acted.
Right.
I think it might have needed a little bit more with the director. If they had a better director, it could come off a little bit better.
See, and that's the thing, because, I mean, it has a really well-known director to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now that I brought that up, I can't remember who the director is.
Yeah.
But like when you were saying earlier,
De Palma.
Brian De Palma.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it's weird because it's not like he's a no-name director or anything.
Right.
He has done other things. So it's.
But at this point, I wonder what he had done.
That's actually a pretty good point.
Now that I think about it.
Like, I didn't think about that.
I know he did some.
Like you were saying it earlier, there's a lot of the movie where a lot of stuff is going on, but really nothing is being told.
Yeah. Well, right. I think if I remember, like, I could be wrong, because even though I've watched this multiple times, the last time I watched it was a while ago before this. If I remember right from one of the interviews and stuff that are from it, there is actually a lot of studio intervention and interference with
notes and whatnot.
Because it's one of those things. I do remember in one interview, it was supposed to be a lot more visceral and grisly. Like, they were supposed to be a lot more kind of dark undertones to the movie, and they're still in there, but it's interlaced with a lot more lighthearted kind of scenes.
Right.
This is the movie, if you remember from the Popcorn Review, that I kept referring to. Suspiria Girl.
Suspiria Girl, because when I saw her, I was like, oh, she looks really familiar.
You mean Ellen Page?
I don't see it still. People.
I
still don't see it.
It's just like dead stare that she has.
They think she looks like Ellen Page or resembles.
I think
at times she does, and other times she doesn't.
She has baby face. She has a baby face.
Yeah,
that's for sure. What's her name, anyways?
Suspiria Girl.
Suspiria Girl.
Yeah.
Jessica Harper. There you go. I gotta get the name right because.
But yeah, it's well. What'd you two really think of the movie? Because we watched it and we kind of kept.
Yeah, we actually didn't. I mean, for
We
a
kinda kept a
long
lot
while,
of-
we
yeah.
were just kind of silent. Usually, we're like riffing and shit, and just
Yeah, no, for me, I mean, like, there was a story being told, and I was quite interested in the characters and how they were being developed.
man.
And, well, I can't really say much about it because I feel like there was a lot that was done for him that was good, and I can't really complain. But at times, I think it was, like I said, like Adam brought up while we were watching it, that it was kind of slow, and it was going fast. You could see the everything was, there was stuff happening, but nothing was being told for the story.
yeah, I feel that. I feel you on that one too. The main guy, you know, I just felt sorry for the poor guy, man.
Yeah,
You know,
Winslow?
I'm saying- yeah,
Winslow.
Winslow. You know, he got his. What do you even call that?
Well,
I mean,
He got his life's work taken.
Yes, exactly. His life's work taken
He got-
numerous times by
yeah.
the same guy.
Swan, the
Swan, exactly.
Um,
Elton John.
yeah.
Looking guy.
Devil John.
A little short. I wonder how tall that actor is. I want to look that up.
he was pretty
was
short.
short.
as fuck.
like whenever he was standing right there
Yeah.
with her when she was about to get married,
Yeah.
she stood a good
Yeah,
3 inches above
Yeah.
him.
Granted, he was kind of also one of the best parts for the movie for me.
Oh, he
because I
definitely
really
was.
like his voice in it. Like, he
Yes.
definitely had charisma. But so
Oh,
did
yeah.
Winslow. But as you were saying, like
There was
Winslow got a lot.
there was
taken.
also some kind of mysterious element to him.
Yeah.
Like you
At
could
the
tell.
beginning, for sure.
Well, they kind
Well-
of give it away too. I mean,
Yeah,
that's one
like
of the
halfway
things.
through, they kind of like fell through on that. They didn't want it anymore. Like,
Well, I mean, I
Right.
think for me it was a lot quicker figuring it out. Mostly because you can see multiple times they bring up Faust throughout it.
True.
So pretty quickly, the first time I watched it, I was able to be like, the devil's got something to do with, like, there's going to be a devil or something in here. But
Right.
on the side, like you were saying, you were talking about Winslow, you felt bad for him because
Yeah, I always felt bad because of Elton John.
he got his life's work taken.
Exactly.
He got framed for drug possession and
That's right.
sent to
Dude,
Sing Sing
that's fucking.
He
Yeah,
got his girl taken.
all his teeth taken out
and replaced with
teeth.
silver.
Just you know, you can't have infections in prison because that just it's not right.
Seems weird. You would
Now
think
he
that
looks
you'd get more
he looks like a
infections by
modern
getting
day
all your
rapper
teeth
now.
Right.
ripped out.
Exactly.
It actually looked like David Leto's
Yeah.
Joker.
You know, it seemed that Jessica Harper was pretty much into him on the stairs. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and after all this goes down, not so much
Yeah,
anymore.
she kind
right?
of forgets about him.
Yeah, dude.
Then his face gets into a record
Oh my
press.
gosh, yeah, pressed. That's pretty cool.
Horribly disfigured. You
Yeah.
don't really see it till the end of the movie.
Right.
But then he gets a kick-ass outfit.
Kick ass outfit. That's
So-
like one of my favorite parts of it. Is the
He looks like a
outfit.
Batman villain.
Exactly.
You know what he looks like?
A Batman villain.
I was gonna say, what was the owl guy off of Watchmen? Got
Night
that.
Owl?
Yeah.
I don't know
Really?
about that.
It got the hat. It got the helmet.
Not really. I mean,
No.
I didn't see that.
I kind of well, maybe my mind's
That's
hasn't seen Watchmen in a little while, but
Me neither.
that's what I
That's true,
remember.
that's true.
From,
All right. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on the Winslow basically getting the short end of the stick.
Oh, for sure.
They definitely pretty early on paint him as kind of a bumbling idiot.
Right, yeah.
though.
Just not all there, really.
Yeah, like he's so kind of wrapped up in what could be that he's not really thinking about what's happening,
Right,
and that ends up screwing him over.
for sure.
over
especially
and over.
whenever it went presented with a chance to sign with a guy that you
Yeah.
Who has already fucked him
so
over.
many times, and he's like, "Yeah."
And
Sure,
he's just
let's
like,
sign
all
this
right,
contract."
this makes sense.
Oh yeah,
now."
this 700-page contract. We'll just skim through this.
Yeah,
What does
he's-
this mean? He doesn't even know what half it means. I'm
And
like,
it's
you're
just
gonna
like,
ask
that's
the
a
guy.
traveling clause.
Yeah, man.
It's
That's
like,
just
oh.
you know.
that's to protect you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna sign any kind of contract, it's not to protect you.
Right.
Oh
man.
Just saying.
That was I just laughed so much. I mean, internally, I don't think I audibly laughed on it. At least not.
No, we
when
were
they
pretty
when they tried
silent.
to brick them in, I was
Yeah.
like, when they brought the bricks out, I'm like, oh no, man. Oh no,
They
man.
played around with that a little bit too
But you know,
long,
he
though.
like
He
hulked
busted
out.
out.
Yeah, dude, he figured
like he
something out.
rips through like a
he
metal
took-
door.
He
and
took
the
all
bricks.
that anger, all that built up rage and anger he had for Elton John there through the whole movie, and he just fucking
Yeah.
put
Rocket Man.
right through that door.
Sure, you can just way right on through the door.
That's right, goddammit. And then he proceeds to, do some sabotage on the set, on the Paradise.
Now, which I think is a really cool sounding name for any musical, theater or even just a movie theater. Like, I would go to a place that's called the Paradise to view movies or concerts and stuff. What was your favorite aspect of the movie? Like, what's the thing that, like, the biggest thing that you took away from the movie that you really enjoyed?
I like the songs.
Right. The songs were cool and stuff. I like the sets. They kind of like, you can kind of tell, okay, it's a 70s movie. You can kind of tell they were going for almost a futuristic look with some of that. Where, he's got his collection of videos. He's got the reels that he watches back and forth. They have the live broadcasts and whatnot. I always like when you kind of see what will be future back then, if you will. And then, of course, the guy's costume. I like the set dressings. The music was good. The performances were good. Who knew Jessica Harper had some pipes? So she was real good. Yeah, for sure.
Then my favorite part is beyond the music and beyond the costume and voice for the Phantom was Beef.
Right.
Beef was just a magical little thing that was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
This movie's going to be memorable. So.
I was kind of like, at first I was like, I don't know. But then as soon as he got more flavor to him, like real beef gets.
Think of beef as being Meatloaf, except Meatloaf is always in Rocky Horror mode.
Yes.
And that's beef.
Yep.
So that's the things that we really... Now, what are the things that you dislike? Like, absolutely, like, just...
The juicy fruits. No, just kidding.
The juicy fruits.
That's one of the only times that somebody
they played as a...
Ethan band? Really liked the fact that the band's name
Yeah, dude, you got a little too much joy out of that name.
Whenever I looked at the background of it said... Juicy Fruits and some weird thing.
Which seemed really weird because they had brought up that was the name of the band multiple times, and then Ethan just suddenly clicked, and he was just like, "Oh, but okay."
I must
really,
have spaced right whenever they were talking about that.
But what is something that you just really didn't like?
I'm trying to think. At the beginning, it does kind of start off slow. It does those two musical numbers in a row without too much really letting you know what's going on. Which, the musical numbers at the beginning with the Juicy Fruits, and then the guy sits there on, what's his name again? Winslow. Sits there and does his little piano solo and whatnot. Those are two good musical numbers, but it does kind of drag on with those being back to back a little too long, I think. I'm trying to think. I don't really think I can say too much more bad about it other than that, because I actually did really like it for my first viewing. I mean, I'll probably be watching it again eventually down the road.
What about you,
man?
I think that the characters probably needed a little bit more
development
with because they seem like they fit the slot of old fables, like you have a bumbling idiot, you have somebody that's
kind
one
of the
fan.
point.
But I can see that is the point, but I feel like not like how stupid do you have to be to work with a person that screwed you over not once but twice?
Pretty stupid.
Yeah, Winslow stupid. That's
a
good term.
And not thinking that the guy that screwed you over is going to steal your girl.
Yeah, oh, man.
Well, he's just getting screwed over left and right in that movie.
That does annoy me when she was with Ellen. Almost as much as that Asian chick.
Well, it's supposed to be that she's kind of let's not talk about.
Yeah, on Channel
Zero.
Let's
not make me say.
I know. I just had to bring that up.
There's the second plug for Channel Zero.
Yeah, that's right. 2 videos in a row. Channel Zero. Go check it out. Season 1.
My biggest thing that I have is
I like how I bring us off topic and I yell at you for continuing it.
The
film happens all the time.
The filmography of it at times I thought was kind of sloppy. Like, it wasn't badly filmed, but there were times where they used a lot of fast track.
Oh yeah. And in slow mo sometimes.
Yeah, and that can in really weird points, where it doesn't make sense.
Right.
And at times it almost gets to the point where it's there were a couple times where it did fast track where I actually started to kind of like it would do fast track, but it would also do a panning round shot, and it would get like it would almost start messing with my stomach.
Oh really? Yeah, dude. I feel you on those.
I do like whenever they were doing the songs in the theater, that you see like those people that are supposed to be there, but they're not really into it. You're like, yeah,
they're there, yeah.
They're just there.
It's kind of it tickles my funny bone a little bit.
But that's probably like the biggest problem I have. Yeah, that's my absolute biggest problem with the movie. Is really the filmography. It's just kind of, I thought it could have been a much smoother movie than what it was.
For sure.
And it's not bad. It doesn't harm the movie or destroy it. It's just at times it's weird choices on why they would do it. So
I think some of the shots and how they panned out the shots
might
have been a little bit more distracting than it should have been.
But that being said, I can understand how some people would not like this at all, especially millennials.
Yeah, it's definitely a movie that it was a movie of its time.
If I can, I'd like to bring millennials down. But
it's not PC.
Screw you, children.
That's right.
It's definitely not PC.
I don't know. I looked it up. I think technically, date-wise, I might be a millennial, but who the fuck knows, right?
I choose to believe I'm not.
Yeah, I feel like man.
I feel like
millennial tendencies.
I think all of us feel like we're born in the wrong generation.
That's true.
But it's definitely a movie that I enjoy, and I agree with Matt. I can understand why somebody wouldn't like it. Especially like it's one of those weird kind of because I don't like musicals.
Yeah,
but I like this movie. So
I like a couple, but as I don't seek musicals out.
Yeah, no.
Like
I didn't really
that's cool, man. Rocky Horror, I'm good with it.
Yeah. Well, there's a narrow group that I do like.
Right.
But as a whole, I don't normally care for.
But I'm not going out watching.
I didn't really register it as a musical.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
No, it was pretty heavily a musical because the majority of the lines and the majority of the scenes were done to music.
Yeah, for sure.
The actual just straight spoken scenes were pretty quick, so they could get to the music portion.
Exactly, dude.
But yeah, like I do like. There are musicals that I do like. I do like Rocky Horror. I do like Repo. I like Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh yes.
I like Phantom of the Opera. I like this.
Oh, speaking of that, Robert Englund one. I haven't watched that.
I haven't ever watched that.
I got it back there, man.
We'll have to do that one next time because I've never watched that one, and I keep seeing the cover for it.
Yeah.
And I like Les Mis. That's like the most like
Les Mis.
I've never seen it.
I don't like the movie.
Never seen it.
I've been to actual stage play for Les Mis multiple times.
I have.
But I was just naming like those are the musicals I like.
Oh, you know what? I wonder how good Evil Dead the musical is. It's been here a couple times.
I forgot that was done as a musical. Oh man. It's my sister was raped by a tree and it was bad.
That's true. Yeah.
Well, there's we filled our quota of rape jokes.
Yeah. There was one rape joke of video is allowed before you get demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
Or age restricted. Either one. Probably both, yeah. Probably both.
But do you really have anything else to say about
I don't know, I think this was actually at Midnight Grindhouse. One of the ones I missed. I'll have to check on that though. But that would have been I actually think this would have benefited from sitting around with other people in a theater type atmosphere.
Being like a shadow play or something like that.
Yeah,
would have been really enjoyable.
If this was an actual like a Broadway play, dude, I'd go see that.
Yeah,
for sure, dude. I'd be right there, man.
I don't really have anything else really to say about it.
So what made you?
Oh, I might.
You're gonna have something to say once I ask this question. What made you watch it 8 times? Just over the years, you want to show other people, or it's just been on or something?
The first time I watched it was because of another YouTuber. He did it, and I thought it looked interesting. So I
don't name drop here.
Huh?
No,
I straight up, I don't remember the actual YouTube channel. I don't think it's active anymore. But I saw it, and I really enjoyed it. Then I saw, I forgot about it for a long period of time. Then I saw another YouTuber do a review on it, whose You don't want me to name drop?
No, go ahead. I'll beep it out.
Because I don't know if they're active anymore.
No, go ahead, man.
It was Pause from Channel Awesome. He did a review on it.
Awesome. Nice.
And I watched it again. I owned it for a little while. I watched it a couple times. Like, I took it to some movie nights and stuff like that.
Right on, yeah.
But I don't know what happened to my copy. And then I watched it. I went to film night at a drive-in once, and it was basically the original movie that they were going to watch. It got black curtained. Mm-hmm. So they showed that in its place.
Oh, wow.
And then
that'd be another interesting experience right there, drive through
it. It wasn't a very good.
Oh, yeah?
it was like the weather was against it.
Yeah.
It wasn't very good quality for the reel. It was, and then tonight was the 8th time. Right. It's a movie I enjoy. Like, I'm happy that I've watched it multiple times. I'm also happy that there was a pretty decent amount of time between each time I watched it.
Right. Yeah. This
is not one where you can rapid fire
jump right
watch
back
it.
into it, and then you're going to be entertained.
It'll get stale pretty quick if you do that.
Mm-hmm.
You could listen to the soundtrack.
It's no Savage Weekend,
no.
Where you can
Savage
Weekend.
Where
you can just double feature right behind each other. You know what I'm saying? You know.
So good that Matt owns it twice.
That's right, dude. You know, if I like a movie a lot, I'll own it twice. That's why I own Witchboard. I think it's Witchboard back there twice. So yeah.
There's multiple movies. Yeah.
I guess Serenity gets names.
Serenity is a different genre. We're not
right. Yeah, we don't do reviews on different genres here.
Night of the Demons multiple times.
Oh yes, that's true.
I'm sorry I mentioned it.
Suspiria multiple times.
Yeah, for sure.
That only collects horror memorabilia and movies.
And Terminator stuff.
I was wrong.
But do you have anything else you really want to say about it?
What's the star rating on this one?
I think I give this one a 3.5. I liked it. It, like I said, I didn't register it as a musical, but now that you guys mentioned it, yeah, it was a musical, and I'm not really, like you guys said, you guys aren't really. I'm not really into it either, but it kind of kept my attention and it didn't make me bored, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I'm gonna still stay at a 3, just like the last film.
I kind of give it away how much I like it.
Go
so mine's going to be pretty high.
Go for it.
4.5. So I really enjoyed the movie. I kind of made it known multiple times that I really enjoy the movie. So it's no surprise that I would actually want to rank it pretty high up there.
But beware, there is no boobs.
Yeah, PG.
Yeah.
1974.
It had been long enough that I couldn't remember. I knew that there were technically sex scenes in the movie.
Yeah,
but they were pretty mundane.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're looking to get like a sick thrill and be like, I can't wait to see some boobs,
it's not going to work out for you.
Wrong movie,
right?
Try Flatliners.
But that's another good thing. Elton John, Elton John used his fame there to get some good ladies over there.
By the way, it's not actually Elton John. So
that's just the nickname that I give.
It was clearly meant to kind of be an Elton John allegory.
I give people nicknames like Suspiria,
Lady Girl, yeah,
Elton John.
But
gotta love David Spade though.
I definitely think it's worth.
What do you rate David Spade out of 5? No, I'm just kidding.
David Spade out of 5 depends on what.
Oh my God! Talk about his whole body of work. No, his whole body of work. It's just got to be. Grown Ups 2.5. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Fuck.
Solid 3.
It's a horror-esque movie. There's definitely parts where it lends itself to horror.
Yeah, that's true because I'm a fan of the opera type stance.
And it has like the death and the kind of. There's a couple.
Right, the disfigurement.
The devil parts.
The devil part, the disfigurements.
But it's definitely it does a lot of like the. I can't think of the name. There's definitely horror-esque parts to it, but it's not straight on a horror.
Yes,
it's very horror light. So.
And that is Phantom of the Paradise.
What, are you ending the video now, motherfucker?
That's it. I'm co-opting this YouTube channel.
God damn it. Fuck, who ended it last time?
You did.
Well, it depends on how it goes in editing. So anyway, that's been our review of Phantom of the Paradise. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt.
I'm Adam.
I'm Ethan.
We'll see you when we see you.